back in Buenos Aires, and man, the air is good back here in the hood. I can't tell you how happy I am to be back in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I really love it down here, and the reason is because it's so multicultural. People here are so bohemian and eccentric, and on the regular, you know, it's kind of like Albuquerque, where I'm from in a way. People just really don't judge. They just don't really care so much about superficiality, you know, compared to the rest of the world. They think we're a little down-dressed, you know. People will be cool to be hip and just out there living some sort of cultural expression rather than, you know, the cultural expression today. Aside from the cultural expression today, which is like money and bling and glit and glam and all that, which, you know, no doubt about it, I like that too, you know, but it doesn't just rule. It really just doesn't rule. It's just nice to be in a place where that is, you know, a contrasting non-reality, you know. And but this high level, high finance Ferraris are down here. You know, this city was in the conversation with New York and Paris 50 years ago, and it's on the rebound. And 3 different times in history, it's been the most booming city in the world. And I like it's off the beaten path, you know, it's way down in South America. And all the people are very European-esque, you know, and it's very separated from the rest of Latin America in that way. And, you know, they even rewrote Spanish. It's like Span-Italian Portuguese, you know, with their neighbor over here, Brazil, right? You know, so there's all these cool eccentricities. You know, we're using the European electric plug. The keys to the door are all old school as can be. You know what I mean? The bricks are, the staircase, and a lot of these buildings are made of marble. You know, they're hand done, hand worked, and I mean, hand work, but look machine work. It's such great quality. You know, these people, they like to work. They like to work. All right, let's go into the after gym dynamics of today. So I show up, slept in the bus. I got screwed out of my flight by the airlines here, and my boy coming back from Asia, he's telling me, man, the Asian airlines, they wait on you hand and foot until, you know, they never F up like down in Latin America, where they just really don't have, none of these airlines really got it going on, like with their customer service. And if they screw you on an accident, they may or may not take responsibility for it, you know. And rather than tell you a whole story, you know, anyway, so slept on an airport floor for about, you know, I was stuck in the Bogota airport for 20 hours. I was supposed to be stuck there for an hour and a half layover. They had to get me a next day flight because they couldn't get me on the flight I had the ticket to. Okay. They gave some people, you know, anyway, like Colombia, an American just chopped up some female and put her in a suitcase. And he's on camera in his parking garage putting the suitcase with the girl chopped up in the trunk. And so there's a little bit, and you know, we took Escobar away from them, the gringos, you know. So Colombia's hit or miss, you know. There's racist people against Americans there, all right? And I ran into one of them. But that kind of racism is not so prevalent in Panama, a little more prevalent in Costa Rica. Just fun facts here, you know. Not very prevalent at all in Brazil. Down here, not really prevalent at all. And this is a melting pot. Buenos Aires has people from all over the place. Tons of Italians, tons of French, tons of Swedish, tons of Chinese. Not here in Buenos Aires so much, but there's down south, like Uresquia, if I'm pronouncing that right. But anyway, so my little Panama session was crazy. If you look at my Instagram, I'm now followed by Joey Montana, the international music superstar. And I was just doing a gym session with him, and it was wild. You know, you go to the gym, you murder, people pay attention to that shit when you're this other level guy. And you know, that's my whole recipe, man. I just go hard. And if that's the level, what I'm seeing over here, I go harder. You know what I mean? So when you're going at that harder level, And I've had to do this. I've never in life been able to stop paddling hard as shit, because if I do that, the minute I do that, all this adventure, travel, badass clothes and style and nice apartments everywhere, James Bond lifestyle goes away. I'm working 24/7. You know, that's what you may not see in my video odyssey. But what I'm trying to tell you, so I go to the gym, I'm murdering in this gym where, you know, actually it's got a lot of small, jealous-minded people in this community. You know, they're very, you know, a lot of, some different generalities apply, like some society, you know, but when there is a small-minded community, the diamonds really poke out, you know? And it takes one to know one, and when we see each other, us diamonds, us rare folks, we're prompt to, right? And, you know, it was very complimentary that Joey Montana stuck with me, like really hit it off with me. We really, you know, I was really level to level with an international superstar. It meant a lot. And what had happened too is a diplomat walked up to me from the United States. The United States diplomat in Panama was there. And I'll tell you this cool story. So he's there and he's got a tattoo right here. He's got a young man with him, and the young man's got the same tattoo. So we're talking for a minute. He's like, man, you're murdering. This is a boxing / gym. And I'm just knocking the bag out, you know, because whatever. And because that's how I do it. And this guy starts talking to me. He's like, man, you're fucking murdering in here. I was like, that's what I do. You know what I mean? And I'm doing a new coaching program. Here's my Instagram. We start talking. He's a diplomat. And then I said, well, man, I gotta, and then he was kind of like a throwaway kid, like I was growing up too. So, and the young man and him had matching tattoos. So I was like, I gotta ask, what's up with the tattoo? And he was like, well, I adopted this family. I'm a diplomat down here. I pretty much adopted a Panamanian family because I was a throwaway kid, and you know, so I wanted to give back because people gave to me. And he got the tattoo out of respect, I think, for me. You know, and it's kind of spirit, you know, he had dogs and stuff in it. It was real cool. And I was like, fuck, man, that is amazing. And so we hit it off. We were talking and doing some work, and then talking again, doing some work. And when he was about to leave, he went to shake my hand, and I shook his hand. I was like, can I give you a hug? And I gave him a hug, and lo and behold, Joey Montana, international music star, the superstar, sitting right there working out. I didn't know it was him. I knew his music. I've heard his music, but I didn't know what he looked like. And then at the end of the workout, Joey Montana was walking up and talking to me because he saw that heart. So give your heart, be real. And something I explain to people all the time is, I am real 1000% plus sign, right? So if a fake person comes around me, it's like a magnet, it pushes apart. But if another real person comes, it connects. So, you know, I'm all the way over here, polar over here, right? Excuse me, over here. Positive. Right? The positive, real. I don't get with fake at all. And I give my heart, and I'm not afraid. And I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, because a leader doesn't, okay? And a leader sets a new tone. You know what I'm saying? He's different than the pack. You get it? You know, there's the fan club over here, which I never fucking talk to, and if they zig, I zag. Right? Right? Okay. So, you know, and he's another leader. And all these guys are leaders. So I'm in the leaders club, and I'm trying to tell you how to do this. You need to be in the winners club the first hour that it's open. And you don't have any time to waste, man. You know, look at Dana White, just comes up on 54, a billionaire. He killed it. And he's saying, I didn't do everything I wanted to do, and 54 came like that, right? And I got young people in my life that listen to the liars, the polar fake, have them captivated and trapped with lies and bullshit. And I don't know if they'll ever get out of it, honestly. And, you know, if you're living that fake life, which 98% of human beings are living that fake life, man, I feel sorry for you, because you're really missing out. You are living a fake life, and you're missing out on the real life, and that's crazy. You know, and it's unfortunate, but you know, walking through the airport, big alcohol bottles and bonbons and poo-poos and all this shit. I couldn't even find nuts in one of them, you know, like the old school nut snack, you know, healthy snack. The devil is winning, guys. The devil is winning, and we need you old school gym killers to start giving your love and stop fucking being you know, recessed into the darkness of society with your head down because they want. Because anyone who speaks the truth is fucking liable to get it. You know what I mean? And all the little fakes around, they fucking hate it when someone's speaking the truth, because you're a reflection to them of what they should have been. And that's what I'm telling you, you need to be, because that's what the world needs of you. That's what God wants of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna do through and through and through till the end. Who is what's going to get you there. You have to be in self-development. You have to develop yourself every day, every minute of every day, which means sacrificing all these instant gratification pleasures that the majority of the world is stuck on. The bar is the liar's club. That's where all the fake people are at. The gym is 98% fake people. And when you start murdering in there, you'll see that. You'll see them all become jealous, but that is your cue to call them up. Not call them out, but call them up. Because I could start all kinds of shit and fuck up most of them. You know what I mean? Combined, right? But I'm not going to do that, because my mission is more valiant, and I love God too much to be that low level fuck. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, this is my quick donation for the day. Please subscribe. I drop gems in every fucking thing here. You know what I mean? There's diamonds in these. I'm going to keep them short. I'm going to keep them sweet. I'm going to give you a little story. And I'm going to tell you something like this. You need to be hydrated more than the average bear, too. You want to piss clear, and it should be shooting out of you like you're stepping on a water bottle. Okay? That is the hydration level that I need from you. All right? And you want to have 5 to 10, whatever seems to work best for you, measurable grams of salt. What I do is I put some salt, some big rock Himalayan salt in water on the back of my toilet. And every time I go into the bath in a shaker cup with the top on it, right? And I'll put my 10 grams for the day in there. I do 10 to 13 grams, right? And I'll do that, and I'll put it in there. And every time I piss, I'll pop it off, and I'll take 1/13 of that. You know what I'm saying? And so every time I piss, I'll put a gram back in. I also do what's called the pee feast. So every time I piss, I'll do some burpees, I'll do some push-ups, I'll do some stretches, just 5 minutes of shit. You know, not even that, 3 minutes of stuff, right? That keeps pushing that stamina line up, right? Pay attention to nature, you'll understand everything better. That's an Einstein quote. And everything in nature is running around all the time. So this sedentary lifestyle is highly more dangerous than you think. And remember, the devil just doesn't want you to live your real fabulous life. And you don't need a lot of money. You just need to keep your paddle up. You know what I'm saying? You just need to keep your paddle up. And when you go out into the world sees frequency. They see your energy. So look up the energy chart. Make sure you're vibing high, smiling, head up, eyes open for opportunity, shaking hands, talking to people, not one of these small jealous minds. Got it? That's good for today. Let's keep putting the weight on, okay? And remember, no time to waste, huh?